Hello everyone. Today we will continue our previous topic, training. And this is what we have to discuss. Besides that, training is a complex process consisting so many different components. It's a hierarchical system where things are interdependent, and very important to understand what is in hierarchy on the top and how it goes on subdivisions, so called. And there are two components which are usually overlooked in training by most people. Sometimes it's including even elite athletes. Things like rest, necessary to put into the system as a part of the system, and another thing is technique as a very important part of the system. Training for most people it's workouts, means training where you do some distances, some exercise which seemingly very properly to use, but they are not allowing you to reach topest level of your performance, because two of these things are not in this system, or they're in the system but in a very small portion of it, playing small role of your development: rest and technique. So coming to the rest, we have to understand that rest is a very much different for different people, and it's not a prescribed thing coming from elite level, where people train 7 times a week and sometimes twice a day. If it's okay for elite athletes who have tremendous abilities to do workouts, so genetically predisposed, high-level performance abilities, it doesn't always and mostly not appears in the same way with normal people, where 3 times a week would be optimal for their development, but they are following a wrong prescribed training process, such as volume, and try to implicate in their training elite athletes training program, and going to exhaustion, and of course losing their ability to perform, because they're basically in a constant condition of fatigue, which never goes away, and very difficult to expect after all any development. Another topic related with that and component is technique, which again, as I said previously, overlooked in training process and usually accepted in training as just a beginning somewhere on the beginning of the cycle, small portion where you have to do a little bit to correct your arms, but not fundamental part of training, without which development almost impossible, and more important even that it leads most athletes to the injuries. And this is a fact already well known in running field from 70s, when it was shown that 2 from 3 runners every year injured. At the present time, this situation even getting worse. Basically it comes to 80–85% people are injured every year. So running field become quite dangerous field for most people, and instead development, people just get injured. So being said, we have to bring these things together and understand that in your planning of training we have to put a very simple equation: training success equal proper rest and proper training and proper technique. And these components should be there no matter which cycle of training you are going through and which distance you are preparing for. So to learn these things you have to do for yourself a very simple thing: to check how many days of training you will be tolerating without fatigue, and find the boundary where fatigue becomes overwhelming and doesn't allow you to go further with development. You're losing your freshness, you're losing your interest, and you're losing your ability to perform. It's very easy to find, and maybe your training optimal structure will consist only of 3-4 days, and you have to put it as your personal ability and follow this, not follow some recommendations from elite level. And technique should be estimated as well by specialists, by coach, or by somebody who can really evaluate your technique and find which level you are and what your most biggest mistakes and errors which you have to correct, and then find the way how to put training technique into your whole training process. So, and follow to correct these things all the time. No matter again about cycle and a race which you are preparing for. And and when you will put this together, your structure will be more complete, and you will be understanding yourself more and more, and your perception about yourself, your performance will get much better. And knowing yourself, you will be opening for yourself more and different way of achieving your goal. This is how it sounds simple, but it's true. And my recommendation on this matter will be always the same, no matter of your level, of your desirable goal and your desirable workout. At the end of the day, it will come to your personal agenda, and you have to accomplish this one. Thank you. This is our topic.